Eastern Cape Transport MEC Xolile Nqatha has warned taxi operators in the Eastern Cape that the time for lawlessness in the troubled industry is over. Nqatha yesterday met with SANTACO members in East London to tackle internal conflicts troubling the industry. Conflicts stem from parallel structures within this umbrella body. For more now, we're joined by Eastern Cape Transport Department spokesperson Unathi Binqose. Good day, Mr. Binqose. Thank you very much for joining us on the program. Violence in the taxi industry has been a major issue, but now it seems to be compounded by the reports of extortion where there's somewhat parallel structures that are running within this body. Just take us through some of what was discussed with SANTACO at yesterday's meeting.
It certainly is, and the violence is not only among taxi operators, but we are seeing cases of it being emanated against the public, particularly those who are doing hitchhiking and those who are providing the hitchhiking services to pedestrians. So we are looking at that with a serious eye, and the Ministry for Transport and Logistics has made it very clear to operators that that is not acceptable. And of course, we still stand by the argument that those who want to use public transport, the best and the most safest of places to go for public transport is to use taxi ranks. However, we do not want taxi operators and taxi owners to stand in the way of those who need to hitchhike. So that is what the MEC was looking at during the meeting that he had with SANTACO at national level and SANTACO at provincial level.
And what was the position of SANTACO on this hitchhiking matter? Because it's been a big one. Many ordinary citizens have taken exception to this, that now they cannot give each other lifts. What was their response to this?
Look, SANTACO at national level understands that the majority of the people have the right to choose on which mode of transport they want to use, whether it's the public transport in the form of taxis or buses, or public transport in the form of organizing themselves and providing themselves a lift. And we as the Department of Transport, we are all for people organizing themselves and giving themselves a lift, because that reduces the volume of vehicles on our roads, because the higher the volume of vehicles, the higher are the chances of road accidents. But we are still encouraging them. If you want to get a public transport, rather go to a taxi rank than standing on the side of the road and hiking a vehicle that you do not know, because we know of a lot of incidents where people have been hurt, those who are providing the hitchhiking services or those who are hitchhikers themselves, who have been instances been raped or injured by people who have provided a hitchhiking service to them. So we still stand by the word that people must go to taxi ranks for a safe and a more reliable taxi, rather public transport service. But of course, we are condemning this thing that we're seeing springing up, particularly in the Eastern Cape, of people, particularly taxi operators, who are parading as the traffic officers, stopping people from getting hitchhikes from
Unathi, pardon me for interjecting, just in the interest of time. You say SANTACO understands or appreciates that people have a right to choose any mode of transport, to organize themselves, hitchhike or give each other lifts and all of that. But then where's the disconnect? Because it seems that type of a message or appreciation has not gotten down to their members. Do they concede that perhaps they have not impressed this upon the members within SANTACO, that you have to allow people to use any mode of transport or organize themselves and transport each other if they so wish?
They have acknowledged that there are some rogue elements within SANTACO itself, or the taxi industry itself, and they have promised to work with us to try and eliminate that. But of course, in the Eastern Cape, we are at the point that the leadership of SANTACO in the province, their term of office is coming to an end come the end of this month. And we are in the process of electing a new structure. It is that new structure that is supposed to take forward this message that there should be no rogue elements and there should be no people who are stopping people from hitchhiking, but at the same time, they must be the ones who are advocating for people to use taxi ranks for a more reliable and a safe public transport system.
What else did the MEC have to say? Because we understand there are also issues around extortion and parallel structures.
The MEC has made it very clear to operators that there will be repercussions for those who are standing on the side of the road pretending to be traffic officers and stopping vehicles and asking for those who are providing a hitchhiking service to provide the identity of those who are in their vehicles. So we want to make sure that we control that space, and the MC has read the Riot Act to the taxi operators, and not only that, promising that we will take action against those who are found to be on the wrong side of the law.
All right, Unathi, thank you very much for speaking to us this afternoon. That's Eastern Cape Transport Department spokesperson Unathi Binqose.